Awesome, awesome. Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of the facial animation stuff for Unreal. And where I left off is that I had created a, Jesus, now I can't find where I put the thing. Give me one sec. That's so weird. I can't find my originals, but that's fun. What I created was a Metahuman performance, which you right click, go under Metahumans, look for Metahuman performance. It should be the very last one, at least in 5.6 and 5.6.1. And this is what this window is right here. And what I did is that by default, the input type is set to depth footage. But I switched it to audio. There's also monocular footage. Depth footage, I believe, actually, I've not used this one. I know if you're doing live facial capture, you used to have a camera that had some kind of depth feature on it. But we can just generate facial animations with audio. It's going to try and auto-generate the facial expressions for it. Monocular footage would be like if we have a standalone video that we want to use instead of live capture, which we'll do in a sec. But for now, I set it to audio. I gave it an audio file, which is me speaking into the mic. It's a bit low, so I'm not going to play it because you'll hear like a squeak of audio. But I do have audio. It is in there. And then for control rig, this is set to facial control by default. Facial control board, that's totally fine. That's all we need. It's fine as it is. For visualization mesh, this is the mesh that we're going to be adding the facial animations onto. So for this one, what I had did last video was show that I had a metahuman already in my project. And all you want to do is just go to its face, its skeletal mesh, and give it that for the visualization mesh. So that's what this is. And it's this metahuman's face, just without the hair. So that's good. And with that, I already gloved up. I set it to transform track. Normally, I just do control rig, so I'm going to have to reprocess this, which I can just press the pause button and do it again. The difference between control rig and the first one, the transform track, is that I think it adds transform track will give you more head movement. Control rig will kind of keep it a bit, it'll give you less movement. I might have gotten that wrong. Sorry, backwards. But I normally do control rig, and then with it disabled, I think it'll just move the mouse and eyes without moving the neck and the chest area. And with that, you can go down to solver overrides. Most of the stuff is fine. Is there anything else? Generate blinks is on by default, so it'll try to blink naturally with the audio. And yes, solver, you can either choose auto detect, which will try to generate a mood based on the tone of the audio, or you can try to force a specific kind of emotion. They only have happy, sad, disgust, anger, surprise, and fear. I think I chose happy just because. But let's see what it looks like. Give me one sec. So with all that set, wrong button. There we go. With all that set, you come here to process. Click it, and it'll process your audio to then generate the facial animations. I already did this last video, so I'm actually just going to play this and see what it does.
This is
Cool.
Susan Phillips speaking to you from a undisclosed location.
It's super low. Let me try to put a little bit.
It's some kind of observatory. The law enforcement that brought me here haven't. I'm being told I should continue with the script.
Okay, done with that. More than anything, that's just a proof of concept to see if it works, which it does. So that's just a little script from Orson Welles that I was reading because that's what I Googled first. But there was no, there was no face capture in what I gave it. I just gave it the audio, and it's generated a nice minute-long face animation of me speaking it while it's trying to force a smile because I gave it a mood of happiness. Well, that's totally fine. So that would work for using audio to generate face animations. And if I want this, like this is fine. All I have to do is come out to export animations. And I believe the trick is to export this twice. Do I care where I'm going to export it? Export it here. That's fine. So I'm going to export it here. I'm going to call this one face move. Sorry, I'll call this one head move. Head move. I'll save, and I'll have enable head movement ticked on. And it'll create the animation for it. Nice. And then I will export it again. And I'm sure there's better ways of doing this. This is just the way I'm familiar with doing it. And I'll call this one underscore head no move. I'll save, and I'll uncheck head movement. And this is so when we put it into a sequencer, it'll connect with the body better. So I'm going to save. That's all I have to do for this. And because I have a less time this week, if you were curious, if you wanted to do, no, it's fine. I won't do the video version of it yet. Okay. So this is my metahuman. If I open her up and create a new, not a folder, that's not what I want. Delete folder, create a new level sequence. Open it up, close my content drawer. I'm going to drag in the metahuman, which will be this one right here, into the sequencer. It'll populate. Hopefully, there we go. I don't need her rig, but if you are curious, because it is a metahuman, this is what the rig looks like. This little face rig over here. And if I click on stuff, move it, we can see it's moving her face. But it's a really complex rig, so animating this way, it's just a pain. Instead, now that I have her in my sequencer, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to delete her control rigs or just turn them off. Either one works. And for her face, I'm going to add a animation and give it the head no move. And there we go. We can see her head and face and lips are moving just from the audio that we gave it. And for the body, I'll add animation and give it the head move. So this is the version that has the head, movement in it. Oh God, I did not set my scrubber back to 0. Well, this is why we export it twice. One has all like the head movements. The other one just has like the lip movements. So that when the chest is moving, it's aligned with the body. Because for metahumans, the head and the body are that's not what. Head and body are separate. There we go. So we want to make sure that they connect together. Like there's no clipping of her chest. But cool. So that was just with audio, and we can see, although the video is just quite short. Let me go out of here and just extend this just a little bit, just so I can make sure it's playing more of it. And this won't play audio because it's in the sequencer. I haven't added it in yet, but if I wanted to drag in the audio that I used, I can go find it, bring it in, set my scrubber back to 0, which I always forget to do. Add it. Content from browser. This is the audio. That's fine. And there we go. And because my audio is super low, let me crank up the volume a bit. Go into immersive mode, immersive view, and hit play.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Cool beans. I hate the smile feature. I wish I did not choose that one, but you know, it works. That's all I care about. Cool. But there we go. We made some facial animations just from audio alone, and added in the audio source after the fact. So we have we have them speaking the audio and we have the audio playing and they're mouthing the audio, but we didn't use our face at all for this one. It was just some random audio recorded on my mic, and we can mess around with face animations, do a whole little cutscene with it as I showed in the first video. So cool beans. That's all set and that's all good. I'm going to exit out of my animation mode. And with a little bit of time I have left, working with video isn't that much different. You would still use a Metahuman performance capture. Actually, everything is almost exactly the same, except for working with standalone video. What you would do is you would come up to Tools and go to Live Link Hub. This will launch a new kind of like semi-external program. It's just Unreal. It's going to open up like a new window, and this will allow us to ingest video that we can then use in the Metahuman performance asset to just like map whatever face it's seeing in the video onto the Metahuman. But everything is almost exactly the same. We're just choosing monocular footage instead of audio. So I'll do this really quickly. And then that'll be it for this week. I don't believe anyone in the class is doing motion capture, so I don't have to show the live version of it. But if anyone's interested, I will most certainly be happy to do that. So give me 1 sec to at least find a video on my computer. Okay, I found some free stuff. So for our free video, I just went to Pixel Bay. It's this video right here. This talking person human free stock video, free use and download. It's like 8 seconds. I'm going to use this one. So minimize this. I'm going to switch to Capture Manager. Going to add a device. I'll look for mono video ingest, and this will allow me to find a directory where I can put, where I store my video. I put in this folder called movie. I'll select it, and we can see it popped up the video. So I hope it did. Cool. That should be fine. Give me 1 sec. I think I did something a bit stupid. No, my God. I think I just have to add to queue. There we go. This will add it to the queue. I can click start, and it's going to try to ingest the video into Unreal. So when we go into the Metahuman performance asset, it'll be clickable, selectable. So I'll wait for this to finish, and I'll come back in a quick second. Okay, I'm back. I had to find a different video. For some reason, this one here wasn't giving me. Well, it wasn't progressing at all. So I just found another video that I had. And as long as we can see that this green check mark is good, progress is at 100%, my video should have been ingested. So now I can minimize or close this window. I'll minimize it, and I can come back to the Metahuman performance that we created. And when this is open, all I have to do is man, my computer's being really slow today. I have to restart and fix some stuff. Switch from audio to monocular footage. And this is going to look for my facial capture stuff. And I'm going to save and pause real quick. So I want to make sure I get the right one. Awesome. Because I'm running out of time, make sure I'll do this quickly. So I set my input type to monocular footage. I gave it the video I ingested from the Live Link Hub. And I pressed process on the video. And now I can see from the actual video, the character is moving in sync with it. And then all the rest of the steps are exactly the same. It's just exporting the animations and setting the sequencer. But that'll do it for this recording because I'm running out of time. I will see you guys in the next one.